needed heating up.
11:01 a.m. One notification. Setting not found.
Thank you for the flowers, Delcy. They're cool.
What did you
Now,
bring?
I don't like that. Is that a real candle? It is. A real candle.
What kind of flowers did you bring?
Well, she brought that wildflower, which we had no idea what it's called. And then some of the, another perennial,
Palladium.
like a caladium or something. Oh, it is a caladium. Had a busy week. First time I've worked in 5 months. Worked all week, every day. Plus having company for the whole month. Grandchildren and daughter, 3 daughters and 3 grandchildren. So, been a real busy week.
You look beautiful.
Well, thank you, Becky. You got your glasses on? I need to find my, and then I was, that's not the petty trouble. Shoot. Yeah, I'll get my act together. Just take a second.
That's all.
I had all that coffee. It was a work in progress. Yeah, I found it. Okay. I want to say welcome everyone, but this, yeah. Darn. I don't know what happened to my welcome page, but regardless of that, I welcome everyone here. It has been a busy week. I hope your week has been as I don't know, fun, delightful. The weather has been great. We finally don't have this, I don't know, I think of it as tropical weather. All the rain we had, and the humidity, and the sunshine, and then more rain, and then more sunshine, and then the things, the army worms that took over. It's like...
Yeah.
But I did treat the yard out here, so it's been heavily treated with triazicide, unfortunately, but, that's the way it goes. So far, it's still there, and so I'm hoping for the best. This place is protected, so I'm sure it is. Right now, I want to dedicate our flames. The center flame, I want to dedicate these 3 lovely flames to peace, harmony, happiness. So those are things that you can carry in your heart. This flame I dedicate to Archangel Uriel. This flame to Archangel Michael for our protection. This flame I dedicate to, This flame I dedicate to the masters, who I'll be talking a little bit about today, who have shared their knowledge with me, and I'm sure all of us. This flame I dedicate to the center of light, here and down under. This flame is dedicated to, what could I dedicate that to? Freedom. Freedom! Freedom worldwide, let me tell you. It's a precious commodity. And this one, of course, is still lit. Yes, it is. To our families and our friends and those that may be becoming our friends. Hopefully, we're still making new friends. It's always nice to meet someone with a new perspective. So, what I was trying to do is put up that decree by Kutumi called I Am Light. And a lot of you have it in the cover of your book. I wanted to start with that. I Am Light. And I had it on my, and I had it on that little thumb drive. I should have just left it in there. For some reason I can pop in pictures and type in stuff, but trying to transfer a document file is a little more weird. Okay. Together.
I am light, glowing light, radiating light, intensified light. God consumes my darkness, transmuting it into light. This day I am the focus of the central sun. Flowing through me is a crystal river, a living fountain of light that can never be qualified by human thought and feeling. I am an outpost of the divine. Such darkness as has used me is swallowed up by the mighty river of light which I am. I am light. I live in light. I am light's fullest dimension. I am light's purest intention. I am light, flooding the world everywhere I move, blessing, strengthening, and conveying the purpose of the kingdom of heaven.
Thank you. That's one of my new faves. Do we have any announcements?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tom and Jennifer Maples have had their twins.
Not twins. Only one.
We have a big baby girl.
Got one very big girl.
Well, that's wonderful to hear, because I was afraid there was one big boy and one big girl. I mean, one little girl.
Oh, okay.
So there's only one,
There's only
and her name is Hazel.
Hazel Rose.
Hazel Rose.
And I'm just so happy about that.
Pretty cool.
That they were able to bring that baby into the world.
Yeah.
And I want you to think about creativity, and like when you do something creative, what goes into that? What is the pathway to creativity? And I want that to share. Some of our creativity might not be able to be put in a book, but I intend to edit a book through the summer solstice of next year of all the written songs and poems and essays and decrees and short stories that are written. And we will share those at the gates. We will share the new ones at the gates. And what else is new? That's all I have.
Okay. Any meetings coming up?
Won't the board meeting be, not next Sunday, but the Sunday after that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Priesthood meeting.
So that'll be September the 12th.
Priesthood meeting in September 6th, which is Labor Day, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, good. Any more announcements? Nope. All right. Nancy's going to play a song, or Nancy's going to play something for us to sing. About that.
Yeah, we're gonna open our song part with In the Silence, and that's on 53.
52.
And
In the silence, there is a sacred In the silence, your path is paved in gold, and all your dreams unfold. Love is there. Peace is there. Truth is there. God is there.
Nice song.
I know.
Yes.
I do have another announcement, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I sent out an email to the priesthood about Bill and Pat. I probably I won't have this on the video, but I wanted to make sure everybody knew that we are looking for a new cleaning person for the center, because they will be done cleaning either next week, possibly the following week. So we're needing somebody pretty quick. So if anybody has any suggestions, or anybody that they know of that would be willing to clean the center, please let us know as soon as possible.
It's a paid position, right?
Yes.
And how much is it? How much is it paid?
$60 a week.
Yeah.
Okay. $60 a week.
And that's one cleaning, is that correct?
One
Well,
cleaning per week, yeah.
it just depends on what needs to be done, I guess. And they've been doing it like on Saturday evenings. But to let everybody know, Bill is being tested for dementia, and they're getting a lot of renovations done at their home. So they'll be moving into an Airbnb for a couple of months.
Wow.
And they've got bathrooms and kitchen and all kinds of stuff that's having to be done at their home.
Okay.
So we'll be lucky to have them for 2 more weeks if that's all.
Okay.
So
Well, I
just,
won't be working. I could step in and do something, vacuuming and dusting.
yeah, okay.
Anybody else that wants to pair up with me, for the next couple of weeks, or unless you can think of someone else. Right now, at the hand, I don't know anybody.
I know of somebody who expressed an interest
Oh,
years
really?
ago, so I'll relay that to Becky. And I have a question. Bill, as part of that job, was my understanding, also set up for meetings and such. Would that be included in that responsibility for just one person?
Years
Well-
ago, we would set up ourselves.
Yeah.
Just pull
Well,
the
he would-
tables out, set them up. If they stayed, sometimes they would stay,
He
sometimes
would
at the end.
set up for Franklin School after Sunday services.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But I think Franklin School is doing their own setup right now.
Oh, we used to set up for them. I thought you
Yeah.
meant we would.
I was
And they
referring
would set up
to meetings and
the-
And
such.
classes, yeah, for Sunday service, definitely, we need somebody to set up, unless it's already done.
He
We
would
had to-
also
we had
take
to
the
move
lead,
things
he'd
around.
get some help if it was available, of setting up for Christmas dinners and special events.
Yeah.
But that
Well,
would-
I know I tried to help set up, and Bill would not have it.
Yeah,
Bill would
He
not
had his way.
have me
Yeah.
setting up chairs.
yeah.
He
had
was
his
in
way.
charge of that, and I think that that candle to the family needs to be, the flame needs to get some attention, because we are family, and I think that we can take care of a lot of stuff that the Rankins took care of, and that Pat took care of mostly. And I do hope that the Rankins continue being part of this family, even though they're not the cleaning people. And what I want to do is give them like the biggest party that we can make and thank them for their service to this institution and how much we appreciate what they did.
Yeah, that's something we could make plans for, a little
Yeah.
social for them or
Right,
something.
that's in the future
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, I know all of us kind of complimented what they did here. We sort of
I
like,
know, yes.
we did, you know, they're just,
But they need to know that it's an end. They need to know that they are retired, you know, and that they are welcome here. And that we're not going to be asking them to put in outlets and fix the roof and stuff like that, okay?
well, in board meeting and priesthood meeting, we can sort of get some plans
Exactly,
together on that.
exactly.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, thank you for letting us know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we all of us have pitched in off and on over the years to do other stuff, you know, that, you know, even though they usually went.
Last week I was concerned because when we came in, I came in early to set up, and the vacuum cleaner was still plugged in and sitting in here, and it almost looked like they left quickly. And so I got a hold of Pat later. She says, no, she said, she said that Bill had vacuumed, but he just forgot to put it up. And so those are the kind of things that he's going through. You know, his memory is not real good right now. And so we need to be aware of that.
Okay.
And all of this that's being done for him, she says, she's having to be sneaky about it until they start getting him into some testing. She's had to go behind his back to get this all organized.
Okay.
So we just need to be mindful of that
Okay.
when he comes around.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
And I'll cut all that out of the video.
All right. So if we run into Bill, don't congratulate him on his retirement from here.
Right, not right
just
now.
as a normal-
Not right now. I
The
just
normal
want to have that
meetings,
big
yeah.
party.
Right.
Oh, okay.
The big party is going to be the signal to Bill
Okay. All right.
that he does not have to feel responsibility for this
Wow. Okay.
building.
I'll be there someday.
We all will, thank you.
That's right. Well, let's do a decree on page 27. I am the violet flame. Together.
I am the violet flame, in action in me now. I am the violet flame, to light alone I bow. I am the violet flame, in mighty cosmic power. I am the light of God, shining every hour. I am the violet flame, blazing like the sun. I am God's sacred power, freeing everyone.
And Nancy is going to play another lovely song for us.
We're going to do Love is Gentle.
Okay.
I think it's page 10.
Okay.
8.
Page 8. All right.
Whatever you can say.
Love is gentle, love is kind, gives the room and takes the time, plays the softest melody, till you find your harmony. Love is gentle, love is kind, walks around inside your mind, opens doors and leaves the key, finds your why of you and me. Take it slow with room and takes the time, plays the softest melody, till you find your harmony. Love is gentle, love is kind, walks around inside your mind, opens doors and leaves the key, finds the why of you and me. Take it slow with me, just let me grow and be free, and I'll shoot 1,000 tendrils up to touch your morning sky. Don't be so sure of me, don't make a cure of me. Waste my wings and let me find my peace and sky. Love is gentle, love is kind, love is kind, takes the room and takes the time, takes the time, plays the softest melody, melody, till you find your harmony, harmony. Love is gentle, love is kind, love is kind, walks around inside your mind, inside your mind, opens doors and leaves the key, leaves the key, finds the why of you and me, you and me.
Okay, I'm going to pass around the prayer basket for anybody who feels the need. Prayers, prayers, prayers. Okay, I got a thing here from the Law of Life and Teaching by Divine Beings. Oh, jeez, not my glasses. I left them in the prayer basket, or hanging on Delcy. That's funny. Okay, this is another one at the last minute. This whole service is not last minute, don't get me wrong. I did put things together. Paul the Venetian came from the book. Wherever people are engaged in prayer, singly or in groups, there the angels gather like bees around a honey pot. They come to add their strength to your calls by their presence. Cha-ching. And of course that's from the Law of Life and Teachings by Divine Beings. And here's what this one looks like. Very similar to the other books. So this lady, Alice Schultz, wrote 9 volumes. And when I say volumes, this is just one book of one volume, because it actually is in 3 books. There's a small book, which Delsey's going to find any day now. I remember something. I asked you, because I take a little page, I do kind of almost like an index and things that I want to, and I put page number. And I'd ask you to bring that little sticky tab while you were borrowing the book. So you might have done that and just left the book kind of on your way out the door somewhere.
Oh no, I've torn my house apart, but I did order it.
I didn't think they were available.
I found it on eBay.
Oh, I didn't look on eBay. All right.
Some on eBay.
Yeah, I looked in some other, Summit Lighthouse
Oh, I
and
looked at
stuff. Okay. Well, thank you. Of course, when it comes in, you'll find that.
I have a contact to order direct from ADK Love.
Well, the price changes when you
didn't
go
it
to
go-
eBay.
Yeah, I think, I looked on that, it was like $300
Yeah.
for that volume. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, so you know what?
I thought,
I'd pay it too. Now, Alice Schultz, that's right. She wrote 9 volumes, known as the Yellow Books, under the pen name of A.D.K. Luck. I know most of you guys know that, but just in case there's someone here that didn't know that, that's what it is. She was secretary for the Ballards, and someone called Geraldine Innocenti. You may know who that is. I didn't have time to look her up. But anyway, she interpreted the I Am teachings in a wise and practical manner, according to the internet. But this one's published in 1978. So pretty cool during that time. And I know some of us have read the book, some of you guys, I haven't read them all. The A.D.K. Luck books that most of us are familiar with. And are the ones we used in our Metaphysics 1 and 2. Kind of outlines everything that we find to be taught, in the basic nature. This set of books has just short, let's see, what I write, brief informative teachings from a wide variety of masters, cosmic beings, and angels. So, I mean, a lot of times I get reading things that I didn't know that. Wow, and I just get so excited when you read something like that because you're kind of always wanting to hear something new and something to stimulate you, It reminds me sometimes, where did I write that? Organized. I don't know, kind of like when you buy a new pair of shoes, I guess. When your feet grow and you got to buy new shoes, and for a while they're kind of painful. They don't feel right, but I'll grow into them. That's the way a lot of these teachings are for me. It's like I might read it like we read some of the blue books. You read them over, and then you read them again, and sometimes again, because the meaning just gets deeper and deeper and more, I don't know, just more delicious. So, in reading these books, I was reading along, and I found something called the Transmission Flame Classes. And that was fascinating. I'd never heard of those. But there are many facets, and it talks a lot about divine, I don't know how to, do I do that? That is click on. There we go. There's a picture of Alice Schultz. I'm sorry I didn't put it in Picasso and blow it up. But I like to have a face to what people I like to read about. There she is, very sweet looking. And now, in this book, there's so many contributors to this volume. So the Karmic Board, all of those right in here, every one of them, and there the Karmic Board masters are.
Can you name them?
Oh man, not all of them. We have the Liberty, Goddess of Liberty, and we have Lady Nada, we have Portia, Lady Portia.
I see Portia. Can you
Okay.
point them out?
Show up here.
Why Yen's still there?
Well, Portia would be on that side and kind of the black and white picture. And this, well, I don't know. I can't do that. Just really. Anybody else?
Liberty and Portia.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Vera, is it Vera Kochana or Vera
Vivachana.
Via? Yeah. I can't say the
Vivachana.
name. So that's got to
He's the
be
new
in
one.
the Buddha because it's under the 5 Buddhas, one of the 5
Yeah.
Buddhas.
Yeah, he's the new one.
Yeah, the newest one. And the rest of them. Well, anyway, all of the people on the Karmic Board are contributors in this book, along with Archangels Michael, Archangel Gabriel. And another thing that impressed me, I didn't know, I never thought much about angels. They just silently come and protect you or bless you. But, Michael writes, very high level, interesting information in here, as does Gabriel. And there's another angel, Zadkiel, who writes on a very high level and is a teacher, trainer in one of the retreats. So, and of course, Saint Germain. So Saint Germain is talking about some of the facets of a divine alchemy. One in particular that's beneficial to us, we already know, is the violet fire of freedom. Quite often in the book, it is referred to as the transmuting violet flame. But it's also called the violet fire of freedom, the violet fire, freedom fire. These activities of the divine alchemy are available for everyone. And When it's consciously drawn in, when you consciously draw in, you're calling on the law of forgiveness for the misqualifications of your energy. We know that. When this is done consciously and voluntarily, the lords of karma give that energy back to us, which immediately enters our causal body. Did not know that. From there, our Christ selves send this energy back to any which one of our four lower bodies need it the most at any given time. So, what happens when an individual is drawn into the violet flame unconsciously? Well, Saint Germain explains, according to this book, the substance as purified is returned to the sun. I guess the central sun, maybe our sun. The sun then gives it to God-free beings, the masters, rather than to the being who misqualified it, because that one had not made the conscious endeavor to purify it. Pretty cool. So all is not lost. So in reading this, the masters, the Mahashohan writes a lot in here. Saint Germain and Moria, those three seem to kind of really be very interested in humanity and bringing our race up, into the ascension mode. The transmission flame classes are taught at the retreats on the inner, to students on the path. They brought the students in the path because energy, I just never realized energy is limited on the other side as much as here. I mean, our energy is not, forever and ever available. I mean, you have to watch how much you use, or sometimes you have blackouts, sometimes you have to change your source of energy. Masters are limited. I did not know that. They're limited in how much energy they can transmit to humans for services, such as healing, scientific endeavors, balancing the karma, keeping harmony on the planet, and everything. Such energy transmission also needs approval of the karmic board. So, I guess there are a lot of things to consider when you're throwing energy out into the world. Saint Germain says, when you make calls, where do you think the energy comes from? As masters, the energy is ours to give, but it's limited depending on who or where it's dispersed. Human assistance in energy transmission is necessary to reach a wider range of people and places. So that is one premise for the energy transmission classes. I'm pretty sure I read it was actually the idea of Lord Mahashohan to enlist students, interested students. And Master Moria kind of picked up the ball and got it rolling and put it out to the other masters to kind of get other masters on board with, let's get these students and get him in and train them. Because we as a race were supposed to have ascended thousands of years ago, and we haven't done it. And there's a whole group of souls who haven't incarnated. There's a whole race of unincarnated souls waiting for their chance. But they can't come in because the earth can only hold so many people, so many billions. Anyway, very interesting reading if you kind of sift through anything. So anyway, Moria was given approval to invite students to the retreats to amplify the blessings to mankind. The students, and I'm putting this very simplistically, in the classes they're drawn together rhythmically, adding to the pulsation of the masters in the retreats to the atmosphere of Earth. These initiates are conscious of this process. The students recreate a force field of qualified energy. The force field works like radio and TV companies who transmit programs across the face of the globe. Hey, there's Freedom's flame. I had a picture of the earth somewhere along in the line there. Oh, Mahashohan. And you know, all the pictures, and sometimes on the internet you see lots of them, but they all had that face. Different backgrounds. Almost, well, he's always wearing a turban, but that's pretty much the face. There's the Earth. So it's that etheric, what I call the etheric grid, kind of like the power lines that go around the Earth and transmit energy. I have another one of the retreats, or it shows all the retreats around the world. The force field works like radio and TV companies who transmit programs across the face of the globe by means of transmitting stations, which I consider focuses of energy like this place. And which pick up the original beams of energy, revitalize them, and direct them onward in their progressive course toward a given goal. So, I'll see if I can find that. And that's the last one. So, somehow I did not get that picture in here. Oops, sorry. Not real proficient at this, am I? Let me go back to this one's called the transmission class. There it is. Nope. Ah, that's what it's called. And you go down to that button. One of these days I'm going to get really good at this. Oh, okay. Well. There we go. We'll just leave it there for now. Okay, so energy is a precious commodity here and in the higher realms, simply because masters use it to help us wisely to our benefit, while we tend to use it mostly to satisfy our personal desires. This was another interesting, and I know I've read it somewhere, at the close of each year there's a cosmic purification of misqualified energy that blankets the earth. Members of the angelic realm, the ascended masters, the David kingdoms, all join together. Initiates in the retreats also have a privilege to be a part of this impersonal purification. Life streams that have unconsciously misqualified energy come into this mass forgiveness and are enveloped in the cosmic transmuting violet flame. And that is why the energy is lighter around Christmas time. Well, of course, after you've stressed out over gift buying, but then, you know, we do the New Year's resolutions and we're going to do better, you know, and that's why we get that light feeling. I know we've talked about that, but it's kind of neat to have that to know, you know, so everybody is subjected to that purification of the violet flame. Moria reminds us that a force field is merely a focus of energy, a focus of qualified light. This is his premise when he suggested to Saint Germain the concept of the transmission flame classes. So the classes were set up, like I said, and they build a force field which the Brotherhood can use at any time to take out energy for the blessing and protection of perhaps their locality or anywhere else on earth. And they talked about the fire that beats the heart, the threefold flame, and how it is qualified with peace and purity, healing. Every master has carried a sacred flame that they dedicate to some particular quality. We're getting there. Okay. Page 4 is hiding back here somewhere. Don't have that many more. Anyway, like I said, I couldn't tell you much about how they teach the transmission flame classes. They do get the students in unison. They teach them to breathe in unison. And they do decrees in unison with their breath. The in-breath and the out-breath. And there's some stuff about that, you know. And then they hold the breath for a given amount of time. Breathe it out in unison. They sing in unison. They decree in unison. They pray in unison. And that is how they fill up that sphere, what they call the sphere of influence. And that is where the energy is held. It's kind of like the power of magnetization. Found the page I was looking for. So, at this point, I want to thank all of you for suffering through that with me. Sometimes I admire people like Alice Bailey and Schultz who can take interesting information like that, vast amounts, and condense it into something that can actually be understood. That's a hard thing to do. This is, to me, one of the ways I practice doing that so that I can understand it better and maybe pass it on better. So with that, I want to pass around the collection basket.
We'll do the affirmation thing.
Oh, wait a minute, we had the question.
I'm wondering, does sending gratitude increase the energy on the other side?
Well, it's a virtue. I mean, it's one of the sacred virtues. So I would assume it would. I mean, it's a positive. So I actually have a quote in here I'll do later about the positive energy versus the negative energy. But yeah.
Ina, years ago, our different locations that we had were called focuses of light. And instead of calling it a church or a center or whatever, we'd say we'd go to the focus. You know, or people would be living in the focus. And this is probably, the yellow books were a very popular book back then. And that may be where that was coming from. Why each location was called a focus of light.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I'm
the
interested.
end word now is setting intentions.
Yeah.
Yeah. This looks like the etheric Teton retreat.
We've been there 4 times.
Yeah. I can't wait till I go. I will go. I would have gone this summer early,
Didn't we-
but
to the,
because of COVID,
The Teton.
just packed
Yeah.
with people. Yeah. And there's, beautiful. They're showing a mountain, the mountain range, Nancy, and right in the middle of it, kind of an etheric, domed, multi-story building that highlighted with light. It's just a neat picture.
were you passing the, plate and?
I was, yeah, I'm
Did you
passing
want me
the
to
collection
do
basket.
the affirmation thing or no?
The song?
Yeah.
Or is there a song? Okay.
The light of Christ flows through us as we live and receive God's blessings of prosperity and abundance.
That one.
That one, yeah.
I first was introduced to these books in 1967, not through our church, but not through our group, but I had moved to Huntsville, and they were having a 2-day seminar of a group that I recognized and I wanted to hear more about, and I can't remember the name. And in the group was Sylvia and Clark and Jim and a couple of others. There's about 8 that formed our own group. We did not join that group, but we formed our own in Huntsville. and met each week to discuss metaphysics, and that's where I was introduced to the Law of Life books.
Okay.
Later, and a year later, Helen began to invite some of us to join her group.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's wonderful basic books.
Yeah, this one, like I said, is just a bunch of brief explanations. I mean,
And it's
you know.
simple and understandable.
Yeah, they keep it brief. Yeah, I can understand it. Like I said, I can't always explain it well, but that's maybe something I'm supposed to be doing, is trying to condense and explain in a more simplistic way, at least. Oh, here's the thing about energy. Page 6. So I need page 5. Usually I print these front to back. Lord Maha Shohan. Proximity to any vibration causes the energy of the unascended being to unconsciously duplicate that vibration, unless they've become absolute master of the energy in their own inner and physical vehicles. Proximity to undesirable vibrations decrease your energy. Yeah, it's like when you go to Walmart, you need to put your protections up sometimes. But places that you know the energy is going to be lower, or maybe mixed even, you know.
I've even been places the energy made me sick to my stomach.
Yeah, I have. I used to work in mental health for 7 years, and sometimes we would have big conventions. And I walked up to a booth for something abused children, and I couldn't get closer than 5 feet. I mean, I just had to back away. It was, you know, yeah. I
And
kept
then
trying
from
to
the very
step
beginning,
forward.
in Metaphysics 1, we ordered the first 3 books for almost everybody.
Oh, okay. And okay, yeah. Of these or the other
No,
Law of Life?
Law of Life 1 and 2, and the Life and Teachings of Jesus and Mary.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. There's a quote in here about Mary. I'll get to that right now. I think we have another decree. I wanted to do an intention, but we'll wait on that because we don't have enough time. But let's do the God Within on page 26. Okay, together. Today is the clay of the vessel of tomorrow. I call upon the God within to make today with clay of joy, wisdom, and love, and tomorrow a vessel of brotherhood and will to good for each person upon my path. I call upon the God within to form a vessel which will carry in peace, joy, and love. I am the clay and the vessel. I stand in the flames of divine justice for purification and to commit to the expression of the Christ. There is Nancy has another song for us, right?
Well, I mean, you know, that's totally negotiable. I had 2 more that we
Yeah.
talked about, but,
Mm-hmm.
so, what's your pleasure?
I'm going to do a decree to Kuan Yin and then a song.
Okay.
Kuan Yin is, it's on the next page, yeah, 27. Together. I call to Kuan Yin for compassion in my world. Show me how to bring kindness to my brothers and sisters. I call to Kuan Yin for forgiveness in my world. Teach me to forgive myself and others for all human errors and weaknesses. I call to Kuan Yin for understanding in my world. Help keep me aware and to learn to appreciate the differences between myself and all others. I call for the light of my Christ to the page.
48.
48. I like bingo.
48. B48. Well, that's S48. Forget bingo.
Stormy weather step away. We're heading for tomorrow's sunshine rain. Both will lead us all the way. Don't you know together nothing can go wrong? When we move to the beat of a different drummer, it's the same song that we sing. Many the rivers that flow over the lonely roads as we go. When we're together we can cross them. Then there are mountains of fear that have been planted for many a year. When we're together we can move them. Stormy weather step away. We're heading for tomorrow's sunshine rain. Those will lead us all the way. Don't you know together nothing can go wrong? When we move to the beat of a different drummer, it's the same song that we sing. Even a valley of pain isn't a sign that it's all too late. Let's come together for tomorrow. No need to worry at all. And if you do, just give us a call. We're gonna make it through together. Stormy weather step away. We're heading for tomorrow's sunshine rain. Those will lead us all the way. Don't you know together nothing can go wrong? Though we move to the beat of a different drummer, it's the same song that we sing.
Woo, high notes.
Yeah, I know. I started to stop and sing.
That's all right. I got a few of them in. Okay, I was just going to do one more thing. So, it's just little sayings by all these different masters. And I mean, you can't go wrong quoting a few. Lord Maitreya said you must expand the sphere of influence and become master of your energy and quality of radiation. Heart energy carries a quality of comfort, healing, light, illumination, or peace. Be grateful to the beings who created you, the guardian spirits and the angelic hosts that protect you, the elementals that have sustained your bodies and life, and those of the great white brotherhood who have remained exiles from the glories of nirvana that you might find the pathway home. From Angel Mary, on spiritual pride or arrogance. As the student comes out of darkness into the light and accepts the master, keep humble in your knowledge. As you gain more understanding of the law, powers acting at inner levels, and bring forth miracles, may your humility increase, your love intensify, and selflessness manifest until there is a clear path to ascension. From the house of Zadkiel. He's explaining the concept of darshan, D-A-R-S-H-A-M. The capacity of the soul to rise into contact with the presence, draw light from the causal body, consciously, through the mental, emotional, etheric, and physical bodies, and keep a positive radiation of that same constructive quality. must be the master of all energy that is contacted by the individual. I didn't know you could go and get light from the causal body of the presence. So that's interesting. Master Moria said any honest teacher, unascended or divine, will strengthen, not weaken his pupils' individual capacity to develop the talents of his own indwelling Christ. I read that one, and okay, I must have one more. Yes. Oh, FYI, the hierarchy, not just the concept of masters, the hierarchy itself was formed 18.5 million years ago. Cool. And I already said the one about Paul Venetian who talked about angels flocking like bees around a honey pot. But anyway, there are so many good things in these series of A.D.K. Lux books. I don't know why she wrote under a pen name, but maybe it was to protect herself. So she was just a petite little soul, and so maybe people didn't think that she was capable of greatness. Anyway, so we're going to end with a spunky song, right, Nancy?
Hallelujah, sing a song.
Well, Hallelujah, sing a song somewhere. I don't know what page. And I will return the flames, and appreciate everyone being here. Very much so. Page, that starts with an H,
Yes.
not the Hallelujah, it's the
No.
Hallelujah.
136.
Thank you. 136. Right to it. Cha-ching.